Well, we're officially at part of the season where we actually panic about the Kansas City Chiefs, but we all know they're inevitable at this point. But it is a real concern this time because there's a obviously they're not going to win the division this year, given the fact that they just lost to the Broncos. But man, they might actually miss the playoffs, bro. There's a good chance they might miss the playoffs this year if they actually don't win out. That's how bleak their future looking right now. It's been a weird season for the Kansas City Chiefs because first part of the season, Pat Mahomes struggled, and then he started to heat up a little bit. And then the past few games, he struggled again. He's been very consistent this year, even for Pat Mahomes standards. I know part of it because the offensive line, the left tackle position has been consistent. Also the receiving core has been that consistent, but he himself has been missing throws that he usually makes. It's been crazy to see, honestly. And if it ain't that, then the defense has been disappointing, especially the pass rush. Unless it's not Chris Jones, the pass rush has been non-existent, bro. That's how bad. It's all disorienting. The Chiefs team has been this year, to where they might actually miss the playoffs. Now, will I bet on the Chiefs missing the playoffs? Not yet, because even right now for me, I'm not big against the Chiefs or Pat Mahomes because they've been that good for the last 7 years. They shoot. They haven't gone a year where they haven't made the AFC Championship game since Pat Mahomes been the starter. That's just how good they've been. But it's gonna be a shame because that Monday night game against the Jaguars looking a lot more important than they thought it would, because right now the Jags are actually the reason why they're actually not in the playoffs, even though they're ninth in the standings right now. That one play from Trevor Lawrence, it's really gonna haunt them if they miss the playoffs this year. Obviously, there's problems other than on the field, going with the Chiefs. For starters, fire Matt Nagy. Right now, I've been on that fire Matt Nagy train since he's been there. So please fire him. I don't care. Fire Matt Nagy now. Other than that, though, their roster construction has really been not good, considering the fact that they really have not drafted well in the past few years. I know Chiefs fans gonna fight me saying what do you mean that they've been good so far? Well, they've been a little bit more Pat Mahomes reliant for the past few years, where it's not really working out to where it's trying to catch up to y'all. And look, Chiefs fans, I'm not saying I haven't drafted great players, bro. Obviously, I got Trent McDuffie, Josh Simmons looking like a really good player for y'all, stuff like that. But dude, it's been George Kalaf's been inconsistent, considering the fact that he just got paid. Nick Bolton has been inconsistent now. Trent McDuffie's just better in the slot. They still need cornerback help for sure, and then Isaiah Pacheco should really be used a lot more. But they just refuse to run the ball under center at all. I don't understand why they don't doing that. But it's just, man, this roster's not too well in my opinion. It's getting older. They need to get a little bit younger in my opinion for sure. Because Travis Kelce getting up there in age, and it's gonna be a matter of time before he retires. And then receiving core, it's still young, but other than Rashee Rice, not a lot of people are really consistent on the receiving core for real that. It's just too reliant on Pat Mahomes having to be perfect just to this team to actually be operating the right way. It's too reliant on that, and that's not good. I mean, don't get me wrong. Obviously, Pat Mahomes is the best QB in the league, but even for him, that's a lot to handle, shoulder all that weight on, given the fact that this roster is not that good for him to be doing that consistently enough, especially now. So what I can say right now is they definitely got one out for sure. I don't see them winning the division this year, but they can still make the playoffs. It's still possible for them to do it. Sure, I'm looking at their schedule now, and they got the Colts next, to which the Colts has been on fire all year long. Then still got to play the Chargers again. They got to play the Broncos again for sure. And then they got Cowboys on Thanksgiving night, and then Raiders last game of the season, and also the Titans. Yeah, the Titans. But they can do it. Just right now, they're kind of in a dire situation where either the Chargers or the Jaguars are going to have to fall off just don't even have a chance to make it into the dance. But we'll see what happens though in the season. We'll see.